what's up everyone? Good evening. It's 4 p.m. already. Okay, it's 4 minutes to go to 4 p.m. Good evening everyone. I hope all of you are refreshed by now. Okay, we've just finished your session with Captain Gan on why startup fail. Okay, so if you're interested to know more about the topic, always go back to 100x Connect's Facebook page. Check out our replay. Okay, go and rewatch the whole live, or if you've missed any previous session from our first day 1 until day 7, you can always visit it back, rewatch at our page, okay, 100x Connect's page. All right, so we have people in here already. So hello there, everyone. How was the sharing session of board games? Okay, how was the sharing session of board games? Did you open up your mind on types of board games? Wow, I didn't know that chess was also part of board games. And of course, there are so many more. There are cards. There are so many more. Even what noodles. I think even the ladder snake. I think that is perhaps also part of board games. So, well, if you want to know more, but yet you can't wait for the next session to start, you can always watch the replay. Okay, you can always watch back the previous live replay at our Facebook page. So a quick one here. So guys, if you're here right now, please help us to like, share, tag your friends in. Okay, please help us to tag your friends in, because this live here right now is going to be powerful. It's going to blow your mind off. Okay, we have invited this speaker from Australia, okay, to share with us on her expertise. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish all of you can continue to tag your friends into this live. Okay, William, hello. Tag you, hello. You guys have actually come over here right now, so please tag your friends in. William, could you tag 3 friends in? Tag you. So could you please tag 3 friends in right now? Tag 3 friends into our Facebook Live. Share this to at least 3 groups out there. Okay, share this to at least 3 groups out there. So I know some of you guys might need some time for stretching, to stretch your body a little, to do some exercise, to move your body, because it might be a long time. Okay, long hours. 2 hours at least, 2-3 hours spending in front of your laptop, in front of the screen. So why not, let's take this 2 to 3 minutes to do some exercise for a pump up session with Coach Josephine. Okay, let's do this here together with Coach Josephine. So a brief background about Coach Josephine, if you have not checked out her profile before. Coach Josephine is the first and only female IFBB pro in Malaysia, certified body transformation and physics specialist, certified precision nutrition coach, certified Pilates instructor. Let's do this together right now, everyone. Let's get ready for a pump-up session by Coach Josephine Yong.
Hello everyone, it's me again. Okay, let's get off your chair. We're going to do some exercises together, alright? Let's come up, stand up, and we're going to have our pump-up session together. Ready? We're going to take a deep breath and then relax. Take a deep breath first and then down. Again. And then relax one more time and breathe in. And then breathe out. Good. Now when you push your head to the front, push towards your computer or your laptop in front. Push. Just work on your hands a little bit. And push. And push. 4, 3, 2. Now push aside. Push and then push. Good. Yes. Keep moving together with me. Push aside. Nice and easy. Good. Very nice. And push. Now let's go up to the ceiling. Go up, up, and up, and up, and up. Good, very nice. Keep going for 8 counts. Up, and up, and up, and 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now open your hands out. Press your hands to the back. Okay, press. Imagine you want to hit the wall at the back. Push, push, push. Good, push, push, push. Keep moving. Open up your chest. When you push to the back, hit the wall. 4, 3, 2. Very nice. Come back to the center. I want you to run. Let's go for nice and so easy jog first. Alright? Now slowly, we're going to speed up. We're going to run faster. And then faster. As fast as you can. Keep running. So get your heart rate up. Everybody keep running. And run. Now you can all with the hand and then downward, but you still running, okay? Good. And keep running. 2 more. Lift your hands up. I want you to hit your knee to your palm. Go hit, right, left, faster, right, left, hit, and hit. You're going to go up as high as possible, okay? Lift up, and then 4, and 3, 2, let's go faster, go, left. If you can't go fast, this is the easy version, okay? Let's go, keep going. Keep it up, 3, 2, and 1. Alright. Let's take a breather. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. And breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, let's take it. You're going to lift your right hand up. Oh, drop it down to the floor. Left hand up. Drop it down to the floor. Alright? Go right and then down. And then left and down. Right and down. Last one. Down. And that's it for this session of palm up session. Alright, see you next.
Thank you, Joe. I like that. Your right hand up and then put your hand down. Drop it down. Left hand up. Drop your hand down. Trying to reach for the stars, yeah. Thank you so much, Joe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the next session. So please tag all your friends in right now. I've been seeing a lot of thank you, William. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Audie, for tagging your friends. Hello, everyone out there. Thank you so much for tagging your friends. Let's share this live out there. Share it all out. Okay, share this Facebook live to all your friends out there. And at the same time, if you like and follow, like Joe, okay, please follow her social account. This is it. Okay, you can see her social media account. Jojo Pilates _IFBB_pro and Josephine _IFBB pro MY at her Facebook account. Go and like and go and follow her, okay? So the next thing you have to do is the selfie check-in. So you have not yet taken any selfie with the previous speaker or our co-founder. You can take this opportunity to do a selfie check-in with our next speaker, our speaker from Australia. Do a virtual check-in, virtual selfie with the speaker later on. So take this opportunity and hashtag 100x Summit, okay? Hashtag 100x Summit. Now, once you have uploaded the photo, remember to post it onto your Facebook and your Instagram account with the hashtag 100x Summit, all right? 100x Summit. So do stay tuned, okay? Because right after the session, there will be Q&A for all of you, where we get to talk deeper with our speaker, Catherine, and of course, giveaway time for all of you as well. So our speaker is here today from Australia to share with us on a topic, conscious leadership and emotional intelligence. So, ladies and gentlemen, a brief introduction about Catherine Molloy. She is an Australian keynote speaker and communication expert working globally and specializing in sales, service, and leadership. With 25 years of experience in business, training, and facilitation, Catherine believes in creating effective, engaging learning environments through powerful communication techniques. Catherine has immersed herself in the field of communication and body language psychology. It has anchored her authority as a communication master. Catherine holds a master's degree in neuro-linguistic programming as well as qualifications in business, leadership management, and is a qualified DISC accredited consultant. Now, this is a topic that is really interesting. So all of you, if you are here right now, I would like to get all of you to get your friends in, tag all your friends in for conscious leadership and emotional intelligence topic. So I'm sure all of you are ready right now. So when you're here, can you guys please give me all the thumbs up, give me all the likes and love reaction right now so that I know you're all excited to get this started, to get our next session started. Can all of you give me a like and love? Okay, give me the like and love at the comment box, the reaction. Give me all the like, give me all the love right now so that I know you guys are ready, so that our speaker can also join us as well. Come on, guys, let us know you guys are ready. Hit on all the like, hit on all the love right now. Okay, let me see that you guys are all ready right now. Share me all the likes, share me all the love, not only to me, but also to our speaker as well. Give all the like and love to our speaker. All right, thank you so much. I can see that right now. So let's take a look at our speaker's introduction video before we officially get her in.
G'day, I'm Kath Molloy and I'm the author of The $1 Million Handshake. It's been released this year throughout Australia and Asia Pacific, as well as over in England. So I'm really excited because we're getting some amazing feedback from the people that have been reading it. They've been messaging us, sending us information, and it's really interesting because each chapter is its own information. We have the $1 Million Handshake, body language for business success, your behavior. We deal with mindsets, how we connect and communicate cross-culturally, and of course, our communication framework, which is our conscious connection framework. So I would really love, if you haven't got a copy, get yourself a copy. There are 6 online trainings within that as well. And 1/3 of every book that gets sold that we receive royalties on is going straight to help the poorest people in Uganda. So we want to help them get out of the dirt, get food, get clothed, and get some education and feel worth and value. And that's what this book gives you too. It's one of the best books out there in this day and age to self-lead. So we're using all our materials from the last 20 years that have worked in thousands of businesses worldwide in this book just for you. So I hope you get to enjoy it too. And please leave us some comments as well. Have a great week. Speak soon.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please swipe up all the like and love right now. Put your hands together as we welcome our speaker, Catherine Molloy from Australia.
Yay! Well,
Hello.
thank you for that big welcome. I hope you can hear me over there.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can, Catherine. Over to you.
Yay! Thank you. Look, it's fantastic that we can move around the world in our own homes. So I would love to talk to you today about conscious leadership, because you know what? When we wake up in the morning, we have a whole myriad of thoughts that go through our heads, like what time is it and what do I have to do today? Even what am I going to have for breakfast? Is it Cocoa Pops or Fruit Loops? You know, in a day, that's tens and thousands of thoughts. And most of these thoughts are not conscious. In fact, 90% of these are the ones that drive our behaviors, drive our assumptions, and even drive our values. Now, as a leader, should you be making decisions on 90% of your thoughts being the same as yesterday? And can you afford to do that? You know, as a leader, are you achieving all you can in the time you expect, exactly as you planned? Have you ever experienced a communication breakdown? Or perhaps even had a big project delayed? You know, what if that was because of that 90%? Something to think about. Our thoughts affect our actions. In fact, we even know from brain imaging technology that we react before we speak. And we react in 1/25th of a second. It's that type of thing where husbands and wives can fight for up to 2 days without saying a word just because the raise of an eyebrow at the wrong time. You know, so what do we need to know and what do we need to do to be that conscious leader? Now, I want to show you something very quickly to show you how fast we react. I'm going to show you a little story. My husband picks me up from a lot of the events that I go to where I speak at. Of course, COVID stopped a few of those. And now we have the beauty of sitting at home talking to everybody. But it's not as much fun as we all know face to face. However, we're in the car, my husband's taking me to an event. Now, sometimes we chat, we talk about different things, we put on the music. You know, you probably enjoy driving in the car with your partner too. And anyway, we're going to this event in Brisbane. It's about an hour and a half. And I had to do some emails because I'd just flown in. So I said to him, I'm going to do some emails. He said, no problems. We're driving in a 3-lane road. So we're in the middle lane. And my husband's driving. I'm sitting there doing my emails. But next minute, he turned his head. You know, we all have peripheral vision. We can see what's happening, right? So I saw him turning his head. So what I did was I leaned back so he could see over me and change lanes. But the next minute, I felt this heat down my arm. I looked at my husband and I said, "What's wrong?" This is what he said. He's driving. He looks at me and goes, "You don't have to stiffen up when I'm driving. There's nothing wrong with my driving." Okay, now we've been married for nearly 30 years, so maybe he's gone up the gutter a few times. But this time he was in the right because there was nothing wrong. And this is what I said to him. I said, "I just leaned back so you could change lanes." So this is what he said to me. "Sorry." And that was the end of the conversation. Now, I had the right to be mad at him because he just yelled at me for doing nothing except letting him change lanes. But when you become more of a conscious leader, you understand that this was my fault. My intention was good to let him see so he could change. But I made up a story in that 1/25th of a second as he was turning his head that he wanted to change lanes. Now, maybe he was going to ask me a question. Maybe he was going to turn on the air conditioning or change the radio. And in that 1/25th of a second, that split second, he made up a story for me that I was tensing up because of his driving, but he was in the right because he was going down a straight road. Isn't it funny how we communicate and miscommunicate all the time? Had I leant back and then said, "Do you need to change lanes?" none of this would have happened. So even though we know 55% of what we say is through our body and sometimes 100%, you know, it's not always right what people are reading. People are making up stories all the time. And even sometimes when we think we've verbally communicated something, have we? Did we take in everything? So it's really important that I feel as human beings, that we need to be more conscious about what we're doing. And we need to understand that everything dominoes from our action, reaction, or even lack of action. So, you know, I'm going to ask that question again. You know, what do we need to know and what do we need to do to be that conscious leader? You know, to bring the unknown into the known and to instigate that practice of bringing the unknown into the known on a regular basis. You know, would that help you be more effective, more decisive? And would that let you lead with more confidence? And these are some of the questions we've been looking at with my company, AusPac Business Advantage. And we work with leaders all around the world. You know, we work in finance, insurance, in the political sector, in education, just to name a few. And we've discovered when it comes to business and development in life, the majority of progress can be attributed to technology, modernization. And, you know, technology has helped us with those mundane tasks like cooking food, washing clothes. And we wouldn't be speaking today if it wasn't for amazing technology. But you know what? As a conscious leader, it can only be really cultivated through our own selves and how we view and approach the world, the people, environment, our technology, and the universe as a whole. So I believe consciousness gives us clarity. You know, consciousness keeps us calm. Consciousness is purposeful. And consciousness gives us certainty to lead others with confidence and for our teams to then feel confident in us too. I truly believe that the world doesn't need more thought leaders. I think the world needs more thoughtful leaders. And I think this is what we need to look at today. And when we talk about emotional intelligence, you know, there was a big report done by Deloitte and Deakin & Co. in 2017, and they said emotional intelligence will be one of the top skills required by leaders in 2030. I'm like, why are they waiting till 2030? I think it's time we all stepped up now. I hope you think that as well. I'm going to get you to answer a few questions as we go. You know, another survey of more than 2,600 hiring managers and human resource people found the following. 71% value emotional intelligence over IQ in an employee when they're looking at it. And 75% that said they're more likely to promote someone within the business that had high EI, our emotional intelligence. And so these are 7 of the most valued skills that we can get in emotional intelligence. And this is why they value it, because they understand that they are better able to handle pressure when we're more conscious. We're more cooperative with others, good listeners. You know, it's not just about listening to answer, and it's not about listening always to understand, but it's that global listening like we were talking about before. You know, that 1/25th of a second, the body, the environment, the language that's being spoken. You know, emotionally intelligent leaders, they're open to feedback because they know this is where they get that growth mindset, and they're more empathetic towards others. And if COVID has taught us anything, I think that is what it said. It wants in the leaders that are going, yep, we're walking this with you. What can we do? And giving us hope, you know, setting that example for others and making more thoughtful and more thorough decisions, just like we were saying before. So these are the 7, you know, common reasons that employees value people with emotional intelligence. Please feel free if you want to take a picture of that slide before I change it. And so I really want to bring this all together, just in case some of you out there have worked with some of these models before. And, you know, I looked at the ability model, the mixed model, the trait, the bar model. And what I discovered through all the different models I've been doing my master's in leadership is that Daniel Goleman brought this together, and it's pretty good. It's pretty simple. A personal competence in emotional intelligence, what I observe, which is self-awareness. So that means what I do is self-manage. And the social competence is that social awareness, and what I do is relationship management. So self-aware is being aware of your own emotions, and self-management is being able to manage those emotions, especially in those crisis situations. Social awareness is being aware of emotions in others. And then if we want to manage that, it's all about being able to manage, maintain relationships, and lead others. So it gets a bit confusing, but there's more. In 2016, researchers from John Carroll University in Texas discovered the 19 capacities of emotionally intelligent leadership. So let's go through 19. No, I'm not going to do that to you, because I think we only remember 3 things. And I would love you to write these 3 things down, because what I want to create today, and I've been creating around the world since COVID, is the new SEALs. It's the new leaders that we need today, the conscious, emotionally intelligent leaders. And there's 3 things to remember: conscious of self, conscious of others, and conscious of context. So we're going to have a little bit of a look at that, and think of yourself as a SEAL, you know, those Navy SEALs that get out there. They're the people that are leading the rest to make that difference. So I'd love you to join me in being one of our SEALs as well. And, you know, conscious of self is a big thing. You know, your emotions impact your performance. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Your emotions impact your performance. And I just want to go back here for a second, because more knowledge doesn't mean more intelligence. So, you know, give a reaction or put your hand up. Who did maths at school? Did you have a maths class? Who took self-awareness at school? Not so many. Who had a music class or perhaps an art class at school? I think we all did. But who took a class saying how to handle emotions? You know, no one likes dealing with emotions. Perhaps an art class at school. If I said to you today, who took a class saying how to handle emotions? You know, no one likes dealing with emotions. I think someone has a speaker on. Oh, thank you. So, it's time to take action. What's the difference between knowing, implementing, and becoming emotionally intelligent? As we said before, your emotions impact your performance. And so more knowledge, of course, doesn't mean more intelligence. It's starting to understand more about ourselves. So let me show you, even our leaders around the world are making mistakes in this area.
Country that doesn't speak English, but there again, another country that's seen what the Commonwealth can do voor that part of the world. There in the queue to join.
Vanaf dit moment stoppen we met handenschudden. Dus je kunt voet zoenen, je kunt elleboog stoten wat je ook wilt. Ik zie op scholen allerlei prachtige varianten met handenschudden al ontstaan. Maar we stoppen vanaf vandaag met handenschudden. Oh, sorry, dat mag niet. Sorry. Nee. Over. Zo, ja.
So even after letting everyone know you can't shake hands, the first thing he did was shake hands. And then it was the touching and then the hugging. So, you know, it's if it was easy, everyone would be doing it well, wouldn't they? And creating that consciousness for self, you know, for others and for the planet is such a big thing. So what I want to do is have a look at self-awareness. And the more that we know about ourselves, the easier it is to do. So what I'd love you to do right now is I'm going to get you to clap your hands in a moment. And thank you, that's okay. I'm going to get you to clap your hands in a moment, and we're going to have a look at your background to behavior. Okay? So what I'm going to get you to do is, grab your hands like this so you can play with your thumbs on top. And in a second, I'm going to get you to clap 3 times like that and grab your hands. All right? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Now, note that thumb on top, push it down. And this time you're going to clap 3 times and put the other thumb on top. All right? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. So it was a little bit harder. I had to think about it. In a moment, I'm going to say go, and I want you to clap, and then I'm going to say stop, and I want you to grab your hands as fast as possible. All right? Are you ready? Go. Stop. All right. Grab them together. Now, you can put in the chat how many of you had your original thumb on top, that very, very first one. And that should be probably nearly all of us. But some of you might have decided to think about it and put the other one on top in case it was a trick. But what happens is we usually act routinely. You know, 95% of those thoughts we have each day are the same as the day before. You know, we don't think about where we're putting the toothpaste on our brush or which tooth we're going to brush first. We just do these things, don't we? And so what I've discovered over my time in training and education over the last 25 years is it's really important to start to understand who we are first. So I'm going to ask you all to stand up, get that great body language going, bring your shoulders back and down, put a smile on your face. When you smile, it's the best you're ever going to look, so let's do that. And I'm going to get you to make some choices in a moment. You know, in decisions, a lot of people do not like making decisions. We like to sit on the fence, but today I want you to make a decision. And I'm going to put up 2 statements on the screen. So, and then I just want you to step right or step left. Okay? So here you go. If you're fast-paced, talk loudly at times, love reaching and setting goals, taking action and making things happen, I want you to step to your right. Okay, take a step to your right. If you're a little bit more reserved when meeting people for the first time, and you like to take your time to think about your answers, work through your task that you have, then I want you to move to the left side of the room. So loud, fast, goal setting to the right. Like to take time to think about things and make sure things are really right. Then I want you to move to your left, okay? Now, stay where you are. And this is for the right side people. Okay, so hopefully you've made a decision. You've got to make a decision. Now, right side people, if you focus on principles, your goals and your tasks, you make really quick decisions, you like systems and processes when setting goals, and you love making lists and using the list, then I want you to step to the forward, closer to the Zoom. And if you like to have fun in teams, you're loud, you've got a lot of charisma, you like to be flexible and respond in the moment, and if you make a list, you probably lose it or don't use it, then I just want you to take one step to the back. All right, so make those decisions, right side of people, because I want you to remember this. The ones at the front that love setting those goals, writing the list and using the list, you're more likely to be our eagles in the world. And if you love having teams and all that action happening and making lists and maybe losing them or not using them, then you're our peacock. So just remember that for a moment. You can write that down. You can take a seat if you like. All right, our left side people, this is for you. If you love to, let me just get these guys out of the way. Sorry, everybody. We're going to our left. If you like to use facts and figures, you love just sitting down and working through tasks by yourself, and if you're firm-minded when you're doing things, I want you to come to the front. And if you like to use feelings to make decisions, you know, you think yourself soft-hearted, cooperative, compassionate, and you really focus on people, then I want you to take one step to the back on your left, right? So at the front, you love those tasks and facts and figures, and you go to the back if you like to focus more on people and that one-on-one environment. Now, the people at the front on the left, you're going to be our owls that love the facts and figures, and the people at the back on the left, you're going to be our doves. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to actually show you a screen where you can start to see what leadership style and words you might use as a leader. And what I would love you to do is to have a look at this, because our raw behavior styles, we all fit into this. Now, in the book, The $1 Million Handshake, we've got the full PDF, and it was wonderful. I just had someone write to me going, I've just done all of Tony Robbins' programs and I still didn't get it. Now I've just done your PDF and behaviors and now I get it. So I'm like, awesome. So it's available, it's free for you to download. I'm happy to send it to you at the end. I'll give you my links, etc. And you can get this for free. So it's a great way to start to understand yourself, your families, and everyone else fits in there for behaviors. But right now, I'm just going to look at the leadership style. So if you were that eagle, and around 15% of people sit in there, 10 to 15. Last study was 12%. However, as entrepreneurs, so many more of us are making decisions. So you may find yourself that we have larger numbers in eagles. I'd love you to type in which one you are. And if you're that eagle, you're more directing. You have visions and goals, can be demanding at times and very innovative. That's your leadership style. If you're the peacock, then you're a little bit more involving as a leader. You like equality and you like having fun, action, and definitely variety in your days to keep you really spiced up. Now our doves, they have a very supporting leadership style, and you can see different leaders around the world fitting into these different styles as well. They're a little bit more calm and steady. They like that being harmonious and creating that peaceful environment, and they like to know that they're creating a legacy for others as well. Even in the jobs, even in tasks as an employee, they'll want to know that they're doing something in there that is worthwhile for the business or for the clients, etc. So they're a more supporting style. And then we have our conscientious owls. You know, they love structure and responsible. As a leader, they'll be an overseer, and they're very stable. You'll know exactly what you're going into each day. So having a look at that and seeing, you know, does that leadership style suit you or not? And trust me, you will probably have a couple of them in there. It's just making sure that we pull out the right one in the right situation. So it's always fun to get to know ourselves a little bit better. This model is the DISC. Of course, we have Myers-Briggs for personality, etc. But I love behaviors and the DISC because it's very simple and it's very easy to remember. And I think that's the most important thing. You know, it's now converted into 55 different languages around the world. So very easy to find out who your family is, where your team sit, to make that difference. So remembering our eagles, they're our D style. So they get the color red because they love telling people what to do. Our eyes are yellow or bright and, you know, sunshine, positive. You know, those people where you say, oh, they can't be that positive, and they can be. And they love relating to others. Our S's accept or non-accept others and situations, and our owls love to assess everything. So you can see the eagle and the owl on one side. They're more task orientated. So if someone said, I'm not feeling well, I need to go home, they'd go, okay, what jobs need to be done? So they'd know that that could get covered, and then the person would go. If they were with a peacock or a dove, for instance, they're people orientated. So they would want to make sure that they left and that person was okay over the task. Our peacocks and our eagles, they're in that active section. So they're going to walk a bit faster, talk a bit faster, breathe a bit faster. There is no right or wrong style, and thank goodness we have a mix. And then of course our owls and our doves, they're a little more reserved. So they will breathe a little slower, take their time to process so that they can make the right decision. So we all do things a little differently, don't we? And so let's have a bit of a look further into this. What does it mean? Our dominant styles, remember, they love to tell people what to do. They're straight shooters. If you ask them a question, they're going to give you that answer. They might have a firmer handshake. You know, they can appear competitive and demanding at times. Great project leaders, idea creators. They can interrupt you while you're speaking, as well as, you know, whether it's on the phone or in person, because they think that they know what you're going to say. And they like to communicate generally in one direction. They'll let you know what needs to be done. They can also use their own opinions as facts. Like when I met my husband, I wasn't having children, and I said to him, you might want to marry me, I'm not having children, and he said it's okay, he couldn't have children. And then we had 3 children in 3 years, which ended up absolutely wonderful. I was meant to have children, but he communicates things as facts. And so then I had to ask, well, what made you think he couldn't have children? And he said, well, he was 7 years older than me, hadn't had any, so he didn't think he could. There you go. They're decisive, they're tough, they're strong-willed, can be competitive at times, independent. You know, it appears sometimes that they might be self-centered because they're really focused on everything that they need to get through. So under pressure, they can look like there's a lack of concern, and their fear is loss of control. They love to be able to control their environment and their outcomes. So it's great to start to get to know people. If we start to get to know them, and then we know what happens when they're under pressure, we know what they feel, we can start to communicate better. We can be better conscious leaders and more emotionally intelligent with the way that we communicate. If you're influential, you're generally going to be a little bit more enthusiastic. You know, when you shake hands, you might be the pumper that likes to pump a lot and get excited. They're talkative, they're social, they're performers, they're cheerful, they're idea generators. They can be that really funny, quick-witted person. And, you know, they love to express and talk, and for you to talk to them. And when it comes to communication, they're quite good. However, when you do the test, if you're a high I, you really need to follow up. Okay, so the higher you get in that I where you want to be with everyone, it means that you need to follow up to get your outcomes as an entrepreneur. All right, they're great at giving good, happy feedback, and they really don't like to bring up difficult subjects along the way. They're sociable, talkative, enthusiastic, really good at selling if you've got a ID, because they love talking to people, and the D's will come in and do that closing. So it's a good combination. Under pressure, they can appear a little disorganized. So if you're an I, make sure you write those lists and use them. And they fear social rejection. So for everybody else, if you're with an I, just like them, because they will continue to want to impress you until you do like them. All right. Fantastic. All right, our S people, they're our doves, you know, they're more our nurturers, you know, like Mother Teresa as well. Great listeners. They're very good listeners. In the handshake, they're more sensitive. They don't want to hurt you, so their handshake's a little softer. They're quite calm, as we know. Systematic. They like to know the how to do things. They like to proceed carefully. They listen, they nod. When it comes to communication, they will generally, it's more one direction in the fact that they generally will listen. They will answer the questions when asked, and they're quite calm. So they're really good for me because I can get really excited about things, and then I can go up to them and just start to breathe a little slower and think about things without being so fast. They're calm, they're steady, they're careful, they're patient, trustworthy, good listeners. Under pressure can be too willing. So if you're an S and someone says, can you do this? You might say yes, and they'll say, can you do this? You'll say yes, and you might get this pile. You're not really quite sure what you have to do with it, because you can be willing at times and you like to listen and not speak. That might pile up. Then it starts to make you feel like you're under pressure. Then the person comes in to check if it's done, it's not done. So it's really important to build that communication skill and ask, when do you want it done? What is it? And to understand if you need any extra help for it. Fear is loss of stability. They love to make sure that they know exactly what they need to do in their job so that they feel very secure. Our C people are more compliant. They're our thinkers. They want to sit back and think, and they're more cautious. In the handshake, they're more likely to shake hands off web, not on web, because they need more time to get to know you. They can be perfectionists at times. They love to follow the rules and make sure that you are also following those rules as well, and they focus on those details. So when it comes to communication, they prefer to communicate in writing, and they will probably dot point as well, and of course they will refer to the rules. Our C people are precise, they're logical, they're careful. Under pressure, they can be overly critical of you as well as themselves, and they fear that criticism of their work. So it's really important for them that what they're doing is right and that you're going to be happy with it. So, you know, pop into that chat. Are you a D, I, S, or C? And it's really important to start to participate, to start to see who else is in that group. How many D's do we have, and I's and C's and S's here as entrepreneurs? Because we generally have a good mix. Now, what else is important is improving our performance. And so as a D, sometimes you need to slow down at times, be a little bit more patient with others, you know, and be aware of how you impact situations when you can come in and start telling people what to do. And then something goes wrong and you might overreact a little. And so it's very important to understand yourself as well during these times. And for our peacocks, for our influencers, if you'd like to improve your performance, at times you need to talk less and listen more. You know, focus on those details, really important, because it's not one of your strengths. So this helps you improve. And also, of course, follow up, follow up, follow up. We always say that is a very big one. So now we have our lovely doves, our S's, our steady people. So at times you might need to be more assertive. Now that doesn't mean build it up, and then get really upset about it. What it means is, as things happen, let people know. Speak out a little bit more. Act now. And it's important to keep those emotions under control. Otherwise, life just feels like this all the time. And there's so much change that S people generally just want to get on and get their things done. And we have to deal with this change all the time. So always think of change as a new opportunity, and hopefully to learn to do something better. I guess COVID has done that as well. It's given us this opportunity to do things better, to be a bit more conscious. What do we want the world to be like in the next 40 years or the next 400 years? Our owls, our sea people, to improve performance, let's have a look at, sometimes you need to talk a little bit more too. Don't wait and hold back till things go wrong. You know, make those decisions and don't be afraid of making mistakes. There's a thing called continuous improvement, and I love that. So it means, you know, let go, and then you can continually improve it as you go. And what's important is not losing sight of that big picture. So remember, one of the tools we're using today is DISC, and it's really funny because you won't believe this, even in your emails, it comes through who you are. So we can be more conscious about creating that level playing field for win-wins. We don't need to give away who we are in our first meeting, but we can understand through conscious self-awareness how we may come across to others. And of course, for our D people, I love this because there is an ability to read other people's styles. And there's a lot of power in even identifying this from emails, because a lot of the times the Ds, they're very quick with the email. Sometimes they just want to write it in the subject line what they're saying. And other times they'll write the email out and they have to go back and go, "Dear so-and-so, how are you today?" To make their email that little bit softer. So if you're a D out there, you might be laughing with me right now as well. And of course, our I people, they'll put lots of information in there, but they'll think, and they might have a smiley face or two to make sure that you're happy while you're reading it. Our S people, they'll take more time thinking about this email they're writing, and then they might do a follow-up to make sure that you understood that email that was sent. And of course, for our D people, that drives them crazy. So you can see how our opposites, you know, a C person reading an I person's email with all this excitement and smileys, they just want to know what's going on, because a C person will say, "I need this, 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 and this," with their dot points. And so I think a little bit of all of this is good in your emails. Unless you know exactly who you're speaking to from their emails, then you can respond the same way and create that like. So that is a lot about creating awareness around ourselves, starting to understand our behavior styles. Now, SEALs are conscious of others. Remember, there was 3 things: conscious of self, conscious of others, and conscious of context. So let's have a little bit of a look at this. You know, SEALs have that great social awareness, you know, and it's about creating greater success in business and life and more win-wins when we understand our body language, when we're mindful of others, and when we put this together with our behaviors. This is my conscious connection framework. We create a level playing field. And I think that's really important. There's a 40-year study of PhDs at Berkeley in California, and what they found was EQ was 400% more powerful than IQ when predicting who would have success in their field. Isn't it amazing? So when you think, well, how can I have better you know, emotional intelligence, these things we're looking at today, you know, starting to understand your body language before you walk in, understanding your domino effects, like me leaning back so my husband could change lanes. How very quickly things can escalate without even saying a word. But once we're conscious of it, I was able to then go, "Oh, you know, sorry, I leant back. I should have said what I was doing." Yeah. And this is how we start to build it. Understanding behaviors is a big part of emotional intelligence. And so what's important now is to be aware of others. It's great to learn about us, but while we're learning about us, we can learn about others too. And communicating with our D styles, our eagles. This is important. So for our S people, our I people, and our C people, when we are speaking with that eagle, and you'll know them, they're fast, they talk quickly, they breathe quickly, they'll let you know what needs to get done. You know, they like to be a bit more direct and brief and to the point. You know, focus on the task. So, you know, if you've got an issue, maybe you can find 3 different solutions, or take a solution to them that you know you want, because they want to decide quickly. So it's very easy to manipulate. Oh, no, sorry, just kidding. Influence. And create, you know, ensure that there's a win-win in that situation you're doing. So there's a few things there. Just remember, they act quickly and they decide fast. All right, communicating with our peacocks, our lovely eye peacocks. You know, allow that time for socialization, lighten up and have a bit of fun with them. They really want to talk to you and share information and give recognition where you can. For our S people, be patient, build that trust. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, so when you're meeting them, they're not going to build that relationship in a second like perhaps our I people will. You know, take time, involve them, and, you know, slow down your presentation. It's not a rush. Take your time and build a better relationship with them. And then, of course, with our owls, when you are approaching, you know, whether you're at work, make sure that you have data and facts around what you're talking about. Be patient, slow down. You know, they're not going to really appreciate you running up and hugging them when you haven't met them before. It's like anyone, once you do meet and you know, everything's different, but starting to understand how to create these win-wins with different people. And round the world it's the same. I've worked in Saudi Arabia, China, UAE, India, Hong Kong, Singapore, UK. Wherever I go, understanding these behavior styles has allowed me to grow my business. I've just had an email come through, said knock knock, opportunity has arisen. I met some people in a board meeting in Shanghai at the start of 2019. They picked up the $1 Million Handshake. They're getting everyone that they can in their teams to read it, and now they want to bring it into China as a training program. So this works. Understanding yourself and understanding others creates win-wins. Knowing, you know, if you've ever had that crushing handshake and you think, oh, they're really dominant, but what are they thinking of yours if it's soft? They might think you're weak. So what's important is now we understand who we're shaking hands with, and we can still create that win-win with them. And if you do have a softer handshake and someone comes in a nanosecond, you can tighten yours up so it doesn't hurt either. So there's different ways. And of course, if you were shaking someone's hand, they were softer. Now, being emotional intelligent, you can soften your handshake to meet them and create likability. It's not about you. It really is about the other person. And how clients are likely to buy. Well, of course, the D people, they'll go in, they'll know exactly what they want and what they're getting, and they'll let you know. The I people will tell you everything. You can ask them anything, and you can more or less sell them anything because they're open to suggestions. Our S people like to take their time to think about it, and this is where you need to build that relationship, of course. And our C people, they want all the facts and figures. So if you can give them that, then that is fantastic, and that is the way that we can sell as entrepreneurs as well. This is really important, learning these skills, because we don't have a business if we don't make sales, do we? And, you know, conscious of context is very, very important. It's the circumstances that form the setting for an event statement, you know, or an idea, or the way that we speak and that language that we use. It's the words that surround the words. You know, it's that global listening. Context is only important, or it's not important for meaning. It can also help build this sort of self-awareness, learning what's happening in the environment. We need to take all that out. And context is important because it helps you connect and create relationships with the person that you might be speaking to, or the person that's reading what you've sent. It's about making things easier to understand, and we really need to be conscious for that to happen. And the more conscious we become, the more things that we see that we can help with, you know, whether it's plastics, or whether it's something that you're wanting to do in the oceans, or whether it's people and seeing things that you hadn't seen before. Why should we have so much when others have so little? This also helps you deal with difficult people. So in our big workshops, we start to have a look at how can I sell and work with all these different peoples and teams around the world. We have a great look at that. Body language comes through. On the phone even, you can start to tell, is that person a D, an I, an S, or a C? How do I create that win-win and grow my business and make that person feel good? Isn't it wonderful when someone walks away from you and they've got a big smile on their face? They love that they've just met you. They don't know what it is they like about you, but they know they like you. So it's really important to start to be more conscious, even picking up that phone. You know, we hate when someone says, what's your name? Then they ask you about 3 times in the phone conversation what your name is, because they didn't even write it down. They weren't conscious that they'd even asked. And I believe this: if you talk to a person in your language, it goes to their head. But if you talk to a person in their language, it goes to the heart. And this is what it is about. It's about the way that you make people feel, isn't it? And did you know emotional intelligence accounts for nearly 90% of what moves people up that career ladder? So I'm hoping that you're thinking it'd be a great thing to delve a bit more into body language, a little bit more into behaviors and our mindset. I want to have a look at our fixed and growth mindset. Now, most of you may know about this, but it's still worth having a look at, because this happens, and it happens more in some of the behaviors styles that we just looked at than others. I'll let you work that out. You know, the fixed mindset, where we start to think intelligence can't be changed. There's a desire to look smart, avoid challenges, perhaps ignore constructive feedback even, and they feel threatened, you know, by the success of other people. And it's really interesting, because you might see a child who excelled at something when they were young or at school, and people go, wow, you're so good at that, you don't even need to train, or you can beat everyone. And then they stop that training, they stop trying, they won't try something else in case they're not as good at it. And accidentally people create fixed mindsets in people. And then there's the growth mindset, where intelligence can be developed. There is this desire to learn, and I'm glad my second strength is learner. I love learning things so that I can share them with people around the world. You know, they love challenges and they'll embrace challenges. Criticism, accept constructive criticism, so important. And most importantly, they learn from the success of others. And I think our best entrepreneurs in the world today seek that out. Because you know what's so important is everyone, you, me, we are all resources for the next person. So it's not about keeping that information and hiding and think, if they learn that, I won't be needed. Yes, you'll be needed, and it means that you want to take on more challenges and learn more things. So you'll even be more needed. You know, there's that mindset in business, and IBM, massive company, going into the 80s, they started to lose their profits, and they discovered that the teams were climbing over top of each other, and there was a culture of this fixed mindset and not sharing. And in 1993, Lou Gerstner came into it, and over the next 9 years, this is incredible, he increased the value of IBM by 800%. That's huge. By creating this growth mindset and people being emotionally intelligent. You know, we need to train our leaders, our managers, our employees to have this growth mindset. We all need the training. All skills need to be presented as learnable. Anything that anyone else knows, you can learn. You know, having a business that promotes learning and future success as an entrepreneur, starting up a business, as you grow, you need all your team to be able to share and present your managers as resources for learning. You know, it's interesting because the D people, as a leadership style, going back to our leadership styles, there's a few things that you can do as a leader, allowing others to do things without too much interference. You know, we want to micromanage everything. Give credit as well for jobs well done. And when delegating, give that authority along with it. And if you feel someone isn't ready for that, then teach them, show them how to do it. And of course, for our peacocks, the enthusiastic ones, improving that follow through we've spoken about a few times, prioritizing activities. You know the goals, but what do you need to do to make them happen? And check in with them all the time. For our S people, this is a good one. What we think isn't always right. Okay, so what we think isn't always right, the way we behave is. So it's good to check the facts and move just that little quickly with changes. So when a change comes in, don't go, oh great, here's an opportunity. Go, all right, let's look for the opportunity in here. And for our C people, modifying criticism of your own work. We had one lady who was fantastic. She came into the team, she knew what she was doing, she had the results, she knew the tasks, but the team said to me, Kath, she doesn't fit in, we don't like her, she's kind of rude to us. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is she saying? They said, oh, she doesn't say anything. And I said, well, what do you mean? And oh, if something's not right, she rolls her eyes. And so you see, it's just the small things, these little tweaks that we make that make the big difference. People felt that just from that movement. So start to think about, what are we doing without saying a word that could be affecting others? You know, confronting that situation or speaking about it is a really good thing. And yeah, a very famous writer used this quote, what you believe doesn't make you a better person, the way you behave does. I think that was me. All right, so let's create more seals, because you get to choose to make the workplace this positive, supportive culture of sharing. Now, what I understand is there's some triggers that can get in the way in the workplace. And I want you to have a look at this and perhaps even write down some of these things. Discrimination, you know, how do you feel about discrimination? Or perhaps perceived favorism. You know, maybe you think someone else is being favored for jobs. Why is that? Perhaps there's even harassment, or one of the biggest ones in the world, you know, the number one skill most needed on the planet today is still great communication. How are we still such poor communicators with everything we know? It's because we have to be conscious. Lack of support if you don't know what to do. Come on, let's build these growth mindsets. And even feeling people are talking about you, maybe they're not. Maybe it's the way that we're thinking. So self-management is the ability to control these impulsive feelings and behaviors and be able to manage your emotions in a healthy way. You know, follow through on commitments and adapt to change in situations. I remember this story of this girl. She was very angry. She's a little girl, used to get really angry, and her mum said to her, every time you're angry, I want you to go and hammer a nail into the fence. So on her first day, she hammered about 18 nails. And this went on, you know, over 4 or 5 days, she's hammering in all these nails into the fence. And then one day she said to her mum, hey mum, I haven't hammered any nails in today. And her mum said, that's wonderful, darling. So every time you have a day without being angry, take one of those nails out of the fence. So eventually all the nails had come out of the fence. And she went to her mum, mum, look, all the nails are out of the fence. And her mum said, that's wonderful. And she took her up to the fence and she said, but have a look at this. See those little marks in the fence? It's left little scars. And she said, sometimes you can't repair those scars. All you can do is say sorry. And I think that's a story for all of us. You know, with anger, sometimes we don't realize that it does create those scars. And sometimes it's hard to take it back. And I want you to think about these following questions. Actually, I'm going to ask you something right now. I want you to think of three emotions during a day that you experience. 3 emotions every day at work that you experience. Okay, so I want you to write that into your chat. 3 emotions that you experience every day at work. Okay, so I can't see your chat at the moment, so I hope you're getting them in there because I'll see it later. So write down 3 emotions that you experience every day at work. Now the interesting thing is, when I do this with a large audience of 3,000 or so, I'll have about 2,950 with their hands up when I say, did you write down frustration? So nearly everybody at work every day has a frustration. And what that frustration means is something's not working. Something you're doing's not working. And that triggers these emotions as well. So what can you do about it? If there is absolutely nothing you can do about it, then you need to find a way to be happy while you're doing it. Or make a change, make a difference. Or perhaps that's not the business for you. You know, what starts to trigger negative emotions for you or in you? You know, some people might lift the eyebrow, like here we go again, or roll the eyes. Does that trigger an emotion in you if someone does that to you? What types of people, you know, trigger that negative emotion in you? Is it someone that yells at you, or walks past you and doesn't speak to you, or looks away when they talk to you, or over you looking for the next person? What triggers negative emotions in you? And when you think about it, how do these emotions present in your body? You know, it's not always good for our body, some of these negative emotions. And when they start to show up, what do you say to yourself? How do you react? Some people start nodding before the speaker's even said what's needed to be said. So there are triggers for all of us, and we need to start, if you want to be that conscious, emotionally intelligent leader, we need to start recognizing where they are and how they feel. How are they landing for us? And I'm going to get you to, you know, write on a piece of paper in a moment the next one. So this is an example of a workplace trigger, feeling that no one's listening to you. You know, a negative response could be like, you never listen to me, what are you doing? Or perhaps you could ask the person, look, I know you're busy at the moment, you know, can we make a time to talk? Create that time to speak, and that can get a more positive response from a person. So here's a question for you that you can answer now or later. A trigger for some people is feeling unsupported by the boss or manager. You're at work, you're working really hard, you feel unsupported. You might be that entrepreneur growing your business, you come home, you're feeling unsupported. What would your negative response to being unsupported? You know, what would you normally react? What is that emotion to feeling unsupported, you know, not understood? And how could you flip that and make that a positive response? So you could take a picture of that slide and answer that even later for yourself. Because it's really important. It's not until we start to reflect on things that we really start to use that emotional intelligence and be conscious of what we're doing. You know, to develop and use emotional intelligence, we have to understand that destructive behaviors trigger these negative emotions, and they provoke defensiveness in us. And some of these are like judging others, being aggressive, personal attacks, being sarcastic. I know some people like to think they're funny when they're sarcastic, but you know what? It doesn't always land well on the person that's receiving that sarcasm. Yeah. And I just want you for a moment to tense your fists really tight and just feel some anger coming through there, right? You can feel anger, can't you? Now I want you to release your fingers. Just give them a little shake and a flow. How easy we can release things and just let it go. Yeah. So if you're starting to feel that anger, start to loosen the body up and give yourself that little shake out as well. Because it's interesting, that anger, that emotion, anger, it influences how you feel, and how you feel influences how you communicate to the next person, and how you communicate affects the way you think. And so important, how you think affects the way you behave. And that's what people see, isn't it? This is your outcome. This is your domino effect. So, constructive behaviors, however, trigger positive emotions. They build upon experience and provide positive steps for the future. So let's have a look at a few of those constructive behaviors. You know, using active listening, that global listening. What is that person saying? What's happening around them? Being honest and open, inclusive, focusing on the conversations and the tasks at hand. And I want to give you a few little power talk words that you can use for yourself right now. So feel free to take a picture of the slides. But you know what? If you're going to say, oh, I'll have to do that, all of a sudden I'll have to, brings the shoulders down, huffing and puffing, instead of, I'll be glad to. You know, I'll try. You know, someone says, I'll try and ring you. What does that mean? I'll try to pick up my phone. I'll try to press the button. I'll try to put it to my ear. You know, you either do or you don't. Isn't that right? So next time you say, I'll try, say, I will. You know, I hate doing that. You know, I want to do that, or I can't. You know what? I haven't learnt yet. So we can start to spin the things we say. When we change our language, we change our life. And that means we can change the life of the people that work with us, our customers, and our family. You know, power talk is really, really important. You're going to say, I just got lucky. Well, actually, I've planned well and worked hard. And write this down. I use the word luck, L-U-C-K, labor under correct knowledge. And so when people go, gee, Kath, you're lucky, it's like, I have worked so hard to do what I do today. So that's what luck is, labor under correct knowledge. You know, I'm getting too old. In actual fact, I feel good. I've got a lot of experience to share. So we can start to spin these around. So if you hear yourself thinking something negative, I want you to write it down and then write the positive for it. It really does change everything. I failed, I learnt. There's no losing, only learning. I love that. What's the next thing? Some people even say, oh, I'm a loser. No, you're not. You're a winner. There's only one of you on this planet. You know, what are you going to do during this lifetime? And so you all being here are already making that difference. And turning that negative into a positive, just like we were saying, you know, I'm too tired to exercise today. You know what? I will exercise today, as it gives me energy and keeps me healthy. Maybe I'm only going to do 15 minutes today. Great. If you're tired, don't go and flog yourself. That's not going to make you feel better. Give yourself 15 minutes of something you love. Turn the music up loud. Have a dance, whatever it is. Sometimes we just need to reassess and check in with ourselves. Maybe we're tired for a lot of different reasons. And when we feel tired, business doesn't feel good, home doesn't feel good, lots of things happen. We need to understand why we're feeling this way, because most of the time you're going to love your job. But when you're feeling negative, why is that? Are you looking after your own needs? Are you eating well? You know, a lot of the times we need to stop. What are we putting in our mouth? Is it fueling our body? Is it fueling our mind? Are you taking that 15 minutes, that 30 minutes a day? You know, maybe 2 15 minutes of things that you could squeeze in. Do you understand? I'd love you to put in the chat. How many hours sleep do you need a night? You know, everyone needs something different. My husband's decided he needs 9 hours, where I love 7. You know, 8's a bit too long for me. I'll do a couple of 6s if I've got big jobs, but if I did 3 6s in a row, I get tired. So I have found 7 is my optimum. What's yours? And knowing that's important, because now my husband knows if he goes to bed at 9:30, he's going to wake up feeling better in the morning. So it's understanding your times and your clocks, what you need to do to get the best out of your life, this one life that we have. So self-reflection is a process of reviewing and reflecting on your behaviors and actions. It's so important. It's so important that we align to our thoughts and ideas, that we can be more positive, and focus on changing our future behaviors through focusing on positive emotions. You know, we get emotional cues through people's body language. Have a look at the picture. Someone's not happy. Our facial expressions. You know, there's only 6 facial expressions recognized worldwide. So it's really understanding cultures and what language that they use. You know, a thumbs up here is, yeah, I like it on Facebook. But a thumbs up in India, you can get a tin of 7-Up, right? If you were down diving and you put a thumbs up, they'd take you straight up to the top. You'd have to go, no, I'm okay. But if you did that in some countries, you could get in a lot of trouble. So understanding our body language, our facial expressions, and that paralanguage, what's happening with the other person. If we mirror someone who's just angry, we're not going to solve that situation. So feedback, it's critical in developing self-awareness. You've got to give yourself feedback. And one of the things I love to do at the end of each day, and it takes like 3 minutes, and you might do this way better than me, but I just want to share what I do, is I think of 3 positive and 3 negative interactions that happen during the day. And maybe I don't even have 3 negative. There's always 3 positive for me, for sure. But then I can analyze, how did I feel at that time? Because what we want to do is anchor in that positive emotion so we can keep doing that. What worked well? We need to know that. We need to discover that. But it's also important to know what didn't work well, so that we can, when we go to do that again, we can start to stop it. We need to create these little tiny habits that make big differences. There's a reason why conscious leadership is said to be the most important or crucial aspect in business and the entrepreneurial world today, because it takes inspiration in the practice of being fully aware of oneself and fully present in the moment. If I said to you, who here has a phone or a laptop, you'd probably all put your hand up and say, yes, I've got that. But what if I said to you, I have just sent a virus to all your laptops, all your phones? Would you open that? Would you download that? No, you wouldn't. And yet, isn't it interesting? Because every day in the most important computer that we own, yes, our brain, we're happy to download crap. So I think it's really important to start to be more conscious. What are you listening to? What are you thinking? What are words that are coming out? What can you replace it with? And I truly believe that our first impressions really do matter. And we make that first impression in just 7 seconds face to face, 15 seconds on stage, and we only get 2 to 3 seconds in, social media. So it's important to understand, our actions and our reactions and our lack of actions. And I think as conscious leaders, it's really important to start to draw a line in that sand. The greatest leaders in the world understand that great first impression, and being conscious of communication precedes great actions. So it is time to draw that line in the sand. What is acceptable to you? Because what you walk past in life really is what you start to accept. So if it's acceptable to you, then you need to make that decision. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. And the opportunity now is to be seen as transformational in a world that is desperate for leaders. Hard decisions are not always the answer. It's time for more thought out decisions and conscious actions. I hope you agree with me. Being a SEAL is that new benchmark. A positive workplace environment, promoting those emotions and practices that we've gone through is so important. And I think today it really is about breaking that glass ceiling. Can you imagine implementing a few of these things that can make such a big difference in the way you communicate and take you to that next level where we consciously lead through crisis and beyond? And this is a time where technology and humans can collide. We have a chance to impact more people for good when we choose to be that conscious leader. It's time to lead a life worth living. And I want to share with you a quote from Peter Diamandis from Singularity U. 500 years ago, only kings and queens could impact 1 billion people. 100 years ago, it was the industrialists. But today, it's you and me. And I want you to think about this for a moment. What if the future of the world was a reflection of you? Well, I believe the future is you. Leadership's not a position, it is a conscious decision. And the conscious leader is all about bringing that, being mindful and our leadership skills, that emotional intelligence to make a big difference. So you might have some questions for me, which hopefully I can get out of these slides and not lose you. I want to thank you for your time. If you would like to link with me, or you would like some resources, some free resources around anything you've heard today, then please feel free to take a picture of this slide. I hope you've had a great time and a journey thinking about our body language, our mindset, and our behaviors to make a big difference as we consciously lead with emotional intelligence and become the new SEALs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Catherine, for sharing this with us.
Pleasure.
All right, Catherine, while we wait for the questions to open up here, could you share with us again the link? Is it possible to tell us the link so that we can put it on the command box below?
So that they can contact me for resources?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we have comments coming in from Ronald. Ronald says, thank you so much, Catherine. I think early on when you've asked for the 3 emotions when we actually face during work. So we have seen a couple of few emotions here from Ronald. He says, looking forward, energetic, fun. And from Jason, it's like irritating, it's fun, it's tired. And from Junhao, it's happy, frustrated, and calm. When he arrives home, it's calm. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any questions for Catherine right now, we are opening the questions to the floor.
Yes, it's amazing how we can go to work every day and still have this feeling of frustration. And so it really just goes to show that we need to make a change.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with you. And I think especially if we know how to apply the DISC, the DISC personality in communicating, it will definitely help us to understand people better. Just one question here, Catherine. Let's say if I am with the personality of DI and my friend, okay, it's SC or CS, how should I communicate with them better?
Okay, so Vivian, what's happening is it's just cutting out a little bit on my end, so it's hard to hear the question. I could get you to put it into the chat bar, but I think it was if you were, which one were you with DISC? We will find out very soon. So you're doing a fantastic job getting information out to so many people around the world. Well done.
All right, I've actually put it down in the comment box. Let's have a look. Oh, is that a question? Okay, can we show them the question for Catherine? Team, can you help us to show the... Okay, I think this is a question from the floor. What triggers negative emotions in you? Catherine, can you hear me? Catherine?
No, it hasn't come through. I can hear you, but it's just breaking up, and the chat hasn't sent through your message yet. Can you see my link, hello@catherinemolloy.com.au?
Yeah, I can see it. Team, please help us to post Catherine's email address at the comment box. Yeah, you guys can find it here at the banner down below, hello@catherinemolloy.com.au.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I can see yours now. If I am DI, if I am DI and they are SC, how to have better communication. Fantastic. So I'm going to ask you, Vivian. Sorry, I'm just going to give this question back to you for a moment. After hearing what you had heard, what do you think that you would need to do to create a better win-win situation when you're communicating.
I think for SC, if they are someone that needs time, so as a DI, you might need to be less authoritative and talk to them in their language, I guess, and try not to be too pushy. Try to listen to them more.
Yeah, great. So once again, it's still cutting out a little bit, but yeah, so it's interesting. Already you're starting to think about it and becoming more aware of who I'm speaking to. So if they're more in the reserved and you're more in that active area where we speak faster, talk faster, breathe faster, walk faster, it means that we would just need to slow that down a little bit. Yep, take that time to ask how things are going, but slow our breath down, our thoughts down, and really start to global listening so that you can, because they like to listen more than talk, it means we need to bring that information out of them. Yep. So
Okay,
if I go in all guns blazing, yeah, no, that's great.
Thank you so much for answering that for me. I think we do not have any more questions from the floor. It was a very well explained session here from Catherine. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank Catherine for coming here to join us in our 100X Entrepreneur Summit. Can I get everyone to swipe the like and love for Catherine? Everyone can leave it a comment below. Say thank you so much, Catherine. Yeah, thank you, Junhao, for the comment as well. Thank you so much. So, Catherine, before we end this session, before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, I just would love to know, with our wonderful entrepreneurs out there, I know that so many of you in COVID-19, you know, they say that we're all pivoting, but we don't want to keep going around in circles. It's time to make that decision, It's where we need to cut off and kill everything else, like incision to cut and decide, pesticide, suicide to kill. So when we decide something, I think we need to jump boots and all into it. There's a few reasons that we self-sabotage as entrepreneurs, and one is when we don't sink things into our bones. If you've got an idea and you want to see it happen, write on a piece of paper, stick it all around you, start taking those actions towards it. Another thing that happens is sometimes we get stuck in fear. We're fearful that it won't work. We're fearful that other people might say things. We're fearful of what others will think about us. We're fearful of maybe even it will be successful, and then what will we do? So, for fear, I always say, write this down, face everything and rise. Don't let fear be the thing that holds you back from moving forward. And I know I was working in Xiamen a few years back, and at one of the conferences, I always take extra time when I'm in China. And one of the conferences, once I finished, I had a company want to take me to Shanghai, one to Beijing, and one to Xi'an. I only had 4 days, and I decided to go to Xi'an because I hadn't seen the Terracotta Warriors and I've been to the other places. So I worked with one of the teams for 2 days, saw the Terracotta Warriors. I had 1 day left. And they said to me, because they took me out on this amazing day, and they said, oh, you can get a car and go to the gondola to one of the top mountains. So in China, there's five mountains that you can actually climb. And I thought, fantastic, that sounds like fun. Like, I have a fear of heights, but being able to travel up there and travel down would be fantastic. And it's the most prettiest place in the world, flying over it. My dad got me books when I was a child around Tiki Tiki Tempo No Sorrento, Charlie Bally Richie Pipi Pempo. I don't know if anyone knows that one out there, but it was a great book and had these beautiful illustrations from China. So here I was, 6 o'clock in the morning, in a car. They pulled up and they said, no, you can go. And I said, sorry? And they said, no, you've got to climb. I said, oh, where's the gondola? And they said, no, you have to climb. And I was like, oh. So I looked at this mountain, 3,000 feet high, and three things came to my head. I saw a man walk past me with a whole heap of bottles on his head, and I thought, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And then I just thought, it's like business. Take one step at a time. That's all we need to do, isn't it? Halfway up the mountain, I thought, what goes up must come down, but I'll think about that later. Anyway, I climbed the mountain, And I discovered after it is the most deadliest hike in the world. So if you look that mountain up, I think it's Kwashi or something, you'll find it. But it's a great experience. And I think all you need to do as an entrepreneur is take that first step and believe in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, others believe in you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your wise words here and your sharing here with us at 100X Entrepreneur Summit. We truly appreciate your presence and your sharing. And I hope you have all the best in your future endeavors as well. Thank you so much, Catherine. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, it was a very great session here with Catherine. Don't you guys agree so? If yes, you do, please let us know at the comment box. Okay, let us know at the comment box. What do you think so about the session? If you love it, okay, we're going to put up the feedback form for all of you. Fill up the feedback form, all right, and tell us your comments, tell us your feedback, and if there is any way we can actually improve. Is there anything that you especially love during the session? Let us know as well, okay, in the feedback form. And if you are seeing this banner right now, join our free membership to connect with the community with like-minded people. We are a community of entrepreneurs. We have different speakers here. We have different daily night Zoom sharing sessions. So if you wish to be a part of us, this is the link. Go to the link. Join us right now. It's absolutely free, right? Zero cost. Absolutely free. We would love to welcome all of you to join us in 100X community. And of course, now we're going to go to our Facebook Live giveaway. So it's time for giveaway time. So all of you, please help me to like, help me to tag a friend, and comment the keyword. Okay, please type in the keyword later on in the chat box. Okay, type the keyword in the chat box. All right. So today's keyword. Okay, this session's keyword. Let's have a look. What is gonna be the keyword? I see. Let's go with D. Okay, can everyone type D? Because we learned about the DISC. Remember the this personality in catching session. So let's type D right now. Everyone, I want all of you to type D right now. Okay, type D right now in the comment box so that we can select the winner. Okay, let me have a look who we have now in our Facebook Live. So everyone, just go type D. Type D. Hopefully you're able to learn about the DISC. You are well aware what the D stands for, what does ISC. And I noticed that in the chat box earlier, we've got a handful of you guys are DI. Yeah, I realized that there's a lot of DI here today. So yeah, so come and join us, okay, in this giveaway right now, okay. Come here and share this Facebook Live. Okay, get your friends in. Okay, can we at least have 20? Come on, guys. Please tag your friends in also. Make sure you have shared this live as well, guys. Okay, please help us to share the live. Get more friends in. Okay, get your friends in. Tag them in right now. Everyone, please help us to share this live. Please help us to share this live. Okay, can you guys please help me to pull the number up? At least let us get to 20 viewers right now in our Facebook Live so that we can proceed with the giveaway, giving away 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. All right, it's a shopping voucher. You can get to spend in Shopee. You can get something there. Now, Jason, I don't see the word sharer on top of me. Jason, have you shared, or is it because of Facebook's connectivity? I don't see that. Okay, we have a question from Debbie. Yes, wonderful, thanks. Would you have the schedule of all the upcoming speakers? Yeah, we have that, Debbie. Give me a moment. Right after this giveaway, I'm gonna show you the agenda. Okay, so now it's 5:30. At 6 p.m. there will be another speaker coming in, and the last session will be at 9 o'clock. So we have 6 o'clock, and another one will be the 9 o'clock session. Okay, so come on, guys. Come and participate in. We have Eden also. He wants to participate first. Okay, no problem. Everyone, just type D right now. Make sure you have shared. Make sure you have commented. Anyways, this is the agenda now. So while we get people in here, take a look at this. So now it's 5:30. It's giveaway time, and after this, we have live testimonial followed by the third part of our live. We have Alexander Ang talking about digital marketing for non-marketers. And the last session will be Laurie Sugarman. Hypnosis, myths and facts, how to maximize your brain's abilities. Plus, the last session is also co-founder session and special giveaways. Okay, special giveaways. Come on, guys, let's get the numbers up again. Okay, type D, take your friend in. All right, type D, take your friend in. Okay, we have 16 now already. Can everyone at least tag one friend in? Let's get at least 4 friends in right now. Okay, let's bring 4 friends in now. Let's bring 4 friends in right now, and then you know what? Oh, 3 more friends to go, and I'm gonna do the giveaway. Okay, 3 more friends. Okay, yep. Okay, Jason, thank you so much. I saw that word share already. 3 more friends right now. Come on, guys. Please. Let's do this. Okay, let's get more people coming in so that we can actually share this Facebook Live giveaway to them. Okay, I'm also gonna tag some friends in now. Okay, I'm also gonna tag some of my friends in. Let me help to put the number up. Okay, come on, let's get people in right now. Everyone type D, Okay, get the people in right now. We're gonna give away 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Yeah, 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. If you want to win this, make sure you come in, participate, share, tag your friends. Type the command D. Come on, guys, we can do this. Yeah, type the keyword at the command box below. Come on. Let's do this, everyone. Let's type your friends in. Take your friends in. Kvis, yay, Kvis is here. Kvis, yes, participate. Come, tag your friends in as well. Who else is here? Come on, everyone, get your friends in. Type D, everyone. Let's do this. Come on, guys. Give me at least 20 people, please. Give me at least 20 people right now in the command box, okay? Give me at least 20 in our Facebook Live. Come on, we can do this, guys. We can do this. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy for you guys and for us as well. Let's just get the people coming in. Okay, oh, 3 more to go. Come on, 3 more to go. Get the people coming in. Everyone, just join in right now. Come and join in the fun, okay? If you do not want to win, just join in the fun. It's fine, okay? As long as you're here. Okay, come on. Bring the people in right now. Get the people. Start to watch our live. We're giving away this right now, okay? We've got 18. 2 more. I'm going to start to select, okay? 2 more. I'm going to give 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher, okay? 2 more to go. It's achievable. Come on, guys. 2 more to go. We're giving away 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher for free. Yeah, for free. All you have to do is just come in here. Make sure you type the keyword and make sure you have shared. Okay, please have to share. Celine, you have to share as well. Yeah, please remember to share. 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Come on, tag your friends in first. Come on, let's tag your friends in. Who else is not here? Let's get them in. Everyone, get them in right now. Everyone, tag your friend in. Yeah. Okay, so maybe, yep, 18 now. Come on, 2 more, guys. 2 more. Let's do this. Let's get your friends in right now. Let's get some of your friends in. Bring them in now. Okay, come on. 2 more. We can do this, guys. Come on, we can do this. I really want to give it out to you right now, immediately. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 1 more minute to do so. Let's 1 more minute. Okay, 1 more minute. I'm gonna start. 1 more minute. Let's do this. Take your friends in. Take your friends in, everyone. We are going to start to give away, okay? We're going to give away this. So all you have to do is just tag your friends, share, and participate. Tap the command right now. Keyword in the command box. Yep. Everyone, let's do this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go out now. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to see command number 3, okay? Command number 3. 1, 2, 3. Eden, congratulations! You have won the 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Woo! Okay, congratulations. The first lucky winner is Eden Young. Congratulations to you. Now, next keyword. Okay, next keyword. Everyone type I. Okay, how to do that? Okay, type I. Type I. Okay, everyone type I right now. Let's type I. Okay, type I. I'm gonna give away 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Come on, everyone type I right now. Type I. Make sure you share. Okay, everyone type I. Type I right now in the comment box. Let me have a look. Lucky as always. That's right. Okay. Let's have a look, and I'm gonna select number 6. Okay, number 6. We make sure you guys have actually shared. I want to see the word sharer. Okay, let's do this. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Who else is coming in next? Give me the comment. Jason Lam! Congratulations! Jason Lam! So we've got Eden Yong, we've got Jason Lam. Now the last one. I want all of you to type S. Type S. Okay, type S right now in the comment box to win the 30 ringgit Shopee cash voucher. Everyone, quickly, let's do this. Type S right now in the comment box. Type S right now in the comment box to stand a chance to win the 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. Come on, let's type this. Type S right now. Everyone type S. Okay, we're gonna select number 10. Yeah, number 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on. The next one is, come on, who's gonna win this? Jack Lim! Congratulations! We've got Jack Lim here. Congratulations to Eden, we have Eden, Jason, and Jack Lim. Congratulations to 3 of you. Okay, congratulations to 3 of you. Please PM us in our Facebook page, 100x Connects. Yeah, 100x Connects. At the same time, if you wish to join our community, it's absolutely free. We're gonna put the link up there. Go and join. Click the link. Okay, come and join us. It's absolutely free. You'll get different speakers in our sessions. For more free contents like this, come join us. We are a community for entrepreneurs, and this entrepreneurs community here is absolutely free. All right. Now, just a kind reminder, if you have not taken any selfie with our team of the day, which is speaker, Emcee, or the co-founders, okay, please do so. Check in selfie right now. Take a selfie with this 3 person. Preferably take selfie with the speaker. Preferably take a selfie with co-founders. Okay, let's give the credits to them, guys. And hashtag 100x Summit. Okay, hashtag 100x Summit. Post it onto your Facebook account or your Instagram account. Right, the lucky one, the most creative one, you also stand a chance to win a special gift. We're gonna announce the winner tomorrow at our 100x Connects Facebook page. So make sure you stay tuned. Check out our 100x Facebook page. Yeah, 100x Connects Facebook page. Yes, that's right. I think now we're all ready for the next session. It's gonna be a live testimonial session by our co-founder and our member to get to know them a little bit more. So please join me to welcome co-founder. We have Yvonne and Eden to join us here for this session.
Hello, Eden.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi, thank you for joining us in our 100x Summit today. Thank you for your time. How are you doing today?
Sure. Yep, as always.
Everything
stay
good.
Home, stay home.
I just see you again won the voucher. How many voucher you have won so far?
So far, I think I won 3. So far, I won 3. Yeah, and just stay home and watch 100x live. We have a lot of days to go, a lot of things to learn. Yep, we just watch and then a lot of free gifts to win. Yeah,
or perhaps Eden, could you please tell us more about yourself? Let the people online here get to know you more. What you are doing? What is your professions? Yeah.
Okay, sure. Hi everyone. From everyone who are watching on Facebook, my name is Eden Young, and I'm 25 this year. And basically, I'm a real estate negotiator focusing more on projects like new condos around KL, in Wangsa Maju up to Damansara, PJ. We have projects all around. and I'm attached with a property consultancy firm called Nawawi Thailand. Yeah, and then they do consultations from residentials all the way to project development consultations, and also a lot of all the corporates they also does it. Yeah, that's basically me and my company.
Okay, so what makes you join this 100x community, Adam?
So I still can remember the first day when we actually joined in. I was invited by one of our friends, Jason Low.
Oh, okay.
We actually met each other during GDI class, and after that, he invited us to actually join this Zoom speaking, because when we joined the first time MCO 1.0, we were still locked down at home lah, basically, and then we need to find some companion, and end up actually joining this 100x Zoom, and after that, slowly week by week, we got addicted, and we actually had a chat literally whole night, and we actually developed a lot of program, starting to have a new system called I think Vivian just disconnected or something. Okay, so basically what we did was we started with a buddy system. We actually had just now we just learned about DISC, right? And then the best part of buddy system is actually introduced by one of our founder, Alfred Fu. He actually introduced us about getting opposite character of yours and get along with each other to try to work things out with each other. Okay, try to step out of your comfort zone, and that's how 100x started to support each other and get us to learn new things in between. So that is the beginning part that I actually fall in love with 100x, and we got in a lot of people, and then we built a lot of connections. Later on, we developed to the book sharing night. Yeah, we have Yvonne and Chanel, and then me, myself, and Vivian. So Vivian also one of our speakers for Thursday night, and we actually work out with Jason as well, the guy he actually brought me into 100x. We worked on a night called Thursday night. Basically, we shared about something about sales, and every night we'll be there from 10:30 to 12, sharing in and out from our sales. Basically, we are not professionals, or we are not some of the top gurus out there, but we are working as salesperson every day. So we are there to share, we do some of our tips and some of our knowledges. And if you guys feel free to join us at Thursday night, you could share with us some of your experience as well, because I believe different people with different profession, we have different type of experience, also knowledge to share with us, and that's how we actually work with our community and develop our daily Zoom night, as also mentioned by Vivian. Yeah, and later on, we starting to have summits like 100x connecting entrepreneurs. This is one of the latest project, and also we host in between. We always have challenges. Why do we have challenges all the way? Is because we need to have new breakthroughs in order for us to move into another level. Also, we are currently having is 14 days video challenge, which Vivian and me myself, we are actually doing videos. Okay, the challenge is 14 days, where we have prepared videos and also some of the guidelines for all of the video camera shy, for us to break through and record a video about your profession. Because as you know, MCO, we couldn't go out and we are moving things online. So this is a good time for us to bring our business to a next level, and also practice our video camera skills and so public speaking skills. Yeah, that is some of the things that we have done together. And in between, we actually work closely along me, myself, Vivian. Yeah, that is what we are doing at the moment with 100x.
So I understand, Eden, just sharing, I think this is also a very good platform, I mean, for your training, as a training ground, right?
Yes, definitely. As before that, the main intention for me to join 100x is to know more people and expand my my connection. As that time, when I just joined, I just started my career not long, but now I already have peers of business group of members like business owners like Vivian, and then we have a lot of successful people in the group for me to look at them as a role model and learn a lot from them. And also throughout stepping out to be one of the speakers for Thursday night and also moderating some of the sessions, I found out that I can actually do a lot more and contribute more and build along the way. I can learn and build more about my confidence and also my public speaking skills. That is,
yeah, that's how you break through yourself. And I
yes,
also break through myself as a auntie at my age. You see, we still have to face in front of the camera, still have to do a lot of a lot of trainings in terms of social media, how to actually record a video, what content we should actually put on the social media to share with the audience. So we really learn a lot after we get to know this community, right?
yes. And also what I find out a lot with 100x is if you have experience in joining a lot of some of the connecting groups out there, probably a lot of them you can feel the gap in between as they are in there for a very long time. And when you just join in, you can feel that you are newcomers, and the things you've been doing, probably sometimes you find a gap in between. But one thing about 100x is we learn together and we practice it together. Basically, it's all about the journey, but also we actually hold each other's hand along the way to actually achieve something. Like a lot of the challenge that we actually did, not to say a lot of us already expert, but we are actually studying all together. So don't worry that you are joining when you're joining something new, because a lot of us will be there together. It will be our first time as well. So we start everything together and we actually work it together and we achieve it together. That is the best part of 100x. Yeah.
Can you can you give some encouragement to those members, they are maybe still having some fear or having some objections, they are still not able to step out. Can you maybe do some sharing on this? How do you actually step up?
Okay, so basically how I can encourage a lot more people to step up is by joining us our daily night Zoom session, because in between coming in, making it a habit to actually come in, you can actually create a presence in the community already. When people, maybe the first time when you join, probably people don't know you, but you join in the second time, third time, and in between, we have interactions in between, right? You have any question, you just ask some questions, or you can share some of your opinions in your mind, because we have a lot of nights, like Saturday night, where we can actually practice ourselves to open up, because I believe in this community, in this current situation, right, a lot of us, we have something to say, but we don't have a platform for us to voice up. Probably you want to tell your partner or your family, but it's kind of weird, like where you don't have communicating with your family quite often, but suddenly you want to voice out and actually talk about something very deep. But in between, like coming into our Saturday night, you can speak to one of our speakers, Yuki, where she can bring you all the way from starting to open up, to realize yourself, to realize what is your real intention. That is the part where you can slowly open up and become more confident, and because you're already done it before, and along the way where you do it more frequently, okay, but starting by days and then weeks, by months, and until the level where you join night Zoom too often, right? Until some of your family complain you, like your partner or your girlfriend complain that you don't have time to spend time with them. Like probably like sometimes when they want to say good night already, but you're still on Zoom until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then the next morning, and then they see you awake again. So until that level, you eventually break through lah. That's what I would say.
Yeah, on our nightly Zoom, right, we share a lot of topic in fitness, in health, in body, soul, mind, in this reach that for that topic, as well as also some other
Digital
topics, digital marketing. What are those topics that are most things that it will actually really benefits in your professions?
So for my profession,
What is
mostly,
some things that you actually learn in this community, and actually it can actually let you apply into your professions?
I think more or less for my case now, for for myself, I find once like before MCO, we still have nights where we go out or something. But in between, if we are at home, I will try to make my effort to actually join in Zoom, because you can actually think of a lot of the topics like Monday night we have sales, financial night, and then we have fitness night, and then we have body soul mind sales night. All of these topic, right, actually is very relevant to our daily life as well. Like we everyone needs money, we need a healthy body, we need a healthy mind, and when we are working, everyone is a salesperson. Like we shared in between our sales Thursday night, one of the greatest topic that everyone is a salesperson. So all of this topic is we can actually apply it every day. So probably like you won't realize by yourself, but when you go out, right, you start to share some of your ideas with your friends. You can try to practice out some of the things that we shared, okay? Or you can, like, probably you want to find a way to manage your money, you can start to with reach that put that, okay? Like me myself, when I'm stepping out into my career, I don't have much idea about investments, and also the ways to actually uh, utilize my salary lah, I would say. So by joining us, we start to learn things about how successful people work, because we don't need to go and learn ourselves. People already there, ready to share with us. So you just turn on, you just work, and then you just listen to them. In between, you will get some golden nuggets and some aha moments, and then you will learn already. Next day, you just go and practice it. That you don't need to pay fees, anything. So just join us. Just join us.
Okay,
Yeah.
one last point, Adam. Beside all the things that you learn for 100x, do you also feel the care and also the love from all the member? Just like, do you feel like this is actually not only they are ordinary friends, but do you feel like they are also another group of family?
Yeah,
Do you feel the
definitely.
family
Yes.
kind of love?
So once you are in with us, right, you can see 100x everywhere. Okay, like starting with WhatsApp, you will get 24 hours. You will have WhatsApp. Okay, you will be
Yes.
people working through to 3 to 4 early in the morning, and then
We
7
now
o'clock.
even have our virtual office, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
7/24, you can anytime tune in. There is people online there to actually ready to actually talk to you.
Yes, yes.
Correct.
So
Okay.
from WhatsApp up to Night Zoom up to
Yes.
physical meetup where it's already available. We previously we have like birthday parties, we have gathering sessions where it's like, you know, after I still can remember where we met up first time after MCO. It's like the feeling is like watching some of the movie stars, and then you can see them for real life for the first time, because everyone is you can see everyone every day in the computer. But the first time you are meeting them, right, you can feel like very surprised. You're very excited to go and meet the
Yes,
100x
yes,
family.
I totally agree with your
Yes.
feelings, Eden. Okay, I am actually very happy, Eden, for the first day I know you until today. You really have a lot of improvements. Really, you have a lot of improvement. So, okay, thanks for sharing with us, Eden. So, I wish you all the success in your professions.
Yep, sure. And
Okay.
do join us, guys. You will learn a lot more, and it will be a long journey ahead. So we just work together, and hopefully we'll achieve that together. Thanks a lot, Vivian.
Okay, thanks, Eden. So, members here, we will see you in part 3 later online. Yeah? Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Eden.
Bye.
Just dropping in here to introduce myself. I'm Vince Warnock. I'm the host of the Chasing the Insights podcast. I'm an author, a marketing strategist, and a marketing coach. And I'm very proud to announce I'm going to be speaking at the 100X Entrepreneurs Summit. I'm going to be talking all things podcasting, the highs, the lows, and most importantly, the opportunities that are there for you as an entrepreneur, the doors that will open, and of course, the opportunities to be able to grow your business. So I would love it if you guys could rush out right now, go and grab your tickets and join me at the 100X Entrepreneur.
I believe that passion and purpose is what sustain motivation. Hey everyone, this is Shui here and I'm a peak performance coach. Now I help entrepreneurs and corporate professionals to perform at their peak so that they will be able to reach their goals much faster. Now if you are currently struggling in your business right now and you lack purpose and meaning in what you do, or maybe you already have a business that is doing well, but then you want to take that business to the next level, you want to go from good to great, then I would like to invite you to the 100X Entrepreneur Summit, where I'll be sharing with you many practical strategies and tools for you to change your life for good. And in this summit itself, I'll be sharing with you my 3-step formula on how I discovered my passion and how I'm able to turn that passion into a sustainable business and how you are able to do that too. So my dear friends, I hope to see you in the summit itself.
What's good, people? Julian right here, founder of the 3010 Ecom Formula, where I show you how you can start up your own e-commerce business and bring it to 5 figures in just 30 days after launch. And I'm super excited to be able to share with you how you can do just that in the 100X Entrepreneur Summit. I'll be deep diving into the 5 myths before starting your own e-commerce business, and I'm going to answer some burning questions that you have in your head that is stopping you from doing just that. And if you've been thinking about starting your own e-commerce business, especially during this pandemic whereby everyone has to buy online because no one can go to the mall, no one can go out, but you don't know how to do just that because you have some unanswered questions, then you be sure that you don't want to miss my session that's happening at 4 to 5:30 p.m. today. All right. I'll also be doing a Q&A session at the end. So if you want to get your questions answered, then you make sure to come. All right. I can't wait to see you at the summit.